Yeah, for some reason Discord keeps.
It's still there.
Yeah, I'm going from 3 bars.
Jesus Christ. Uh, nice one. Test again.
No.
Yeah, it's still a slight bit robotic. Okay, I will do the introduction then for a bit. So at the top we have Turbo playing in the orange Seraphim, and at the bottom we have Tagada in burgundy red picking UEF. The map is a more, like FTX said, it's quite a BO heavy map. Where if you tightly sandbox some different BOs, you can get some very nice build power scaling. There's a few wrecks on the map. It doesn't look like a lot, but there's a few quite big ones over here on the left. It's not a lot of reclaim, but it's kind of concentrated in some specific locations that which you can integrate in your BO, which is why it can be strong as well. The map itself, it is quite a good map. It's not a map that I would want to play. I don't probably enjoy playing it, but it is quite a nice map. It's
Okay, test. Yeah. Okay, no.
it's fine now
Wait.
for me.
All right. Yeah, I'm just looking at the Discord bar. It was green for a while, so yeah, it looks like it's good now. Love Discord.
Nice.
Give me a good service that I pay no money for, please. Okay, yeah, I should be back. I'm not sure how much of my math discussions got through that weren't robot, but
Just ignore it. don't think about it.
yeah. Um yeah, I mean, do you have any insights into the meta of the map?
No.
Thank
make,
you.
make Tech 1 tank.
Excellent. My favorite type of game map.
Don't worry. Actually, last week we can learn from UD's power play of rushing a ghetto and walking your ASU to the enemy 3max location. That was quite something. Uh, Probably the most fun game I've seen on this map so far. uh, it was versus Slow, I believe.
It looks like I mean, Turbo kind of did a slightly, I don't know. They're going for 5 and 4 pigeons before their second. Oh no, Tagada went 2 land factories, so he made more pigeons for that. I'm surprised they're going so that many pigeons though for the second factory, at least on Turbo's side.
Let's see. I mean, Turbo is -3 power. It's kinda.
Oh, okay.
It's I know why. It's because it's the setup where you kind of overbuild some pigeons and then you build all your land factories at once and then you stop building land factories. So
Because of the massive assistance, the three NGs on the ACU.
yeah, so he will now build like 5 land factories in a row and then walk out with his ACU soon and then stop building land factories. And then you have probably the perfect amount of power to support your land factories and you don't need to like on and off it kinda.
Right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Tagada's going for some mix of. He's going for some mix of labs with his tanks. Like they came out at the exact same time, pretty much.
Yeah, true. I'm not sure. It was an accident? Oh, oh yeah, this is on repeat. Yeah, just those 2 labs are the only ones you will see.
By the way, an interesting thing is Tagada is taking advantage of like the full, uh, what is this, 8 factory kind of like massive ultimate grid because you have
Yeah,
the ability to get the 2 adjacencies. While Turbo did this thing where he like wanted to get these factories up ASAP, and so he didn't take advantage of the adjacency. His NGs were there, his ACU was there. He made the line of factories.
Yeah, true. There's a bomber from Turbo on the bottom right, and he actually misses the engineer because there was an auto dodge. And now it might be able to reclaim that 200 mass rocks.
I like that Tagada has this striker like escorting his engineer reclaiming over here, so this Sullen right here cannot actually go and get it.
Oh yeah, true.
Preemptively countered.
I mean, the Silent just wants to stay there for vision anyway. That's a very nice location. This bomber from Turbo is doing quite well on the bottom right, getting 2 expanding engineers.
Oh, and it's gonna get that clump. Oh, yep.
Oh! Oh no, there might be an auto dodge.
It was,
Almost.
that was 4 engineers kills right there. Oh, and the interceptor whiffed and it only like it got 1 shot off on it.
Oh, it's gonna get another
It's
pass.
It's gonna get 2.
It's gonna
Oh, I
micro
thought it
it.
went for the 2.
It's gonna. Okay, now it's gonna lose it, but that was way more value than he ever could have hoped for. Some raids from Tagada on the top left, but it's Mech Marines, so they will die quite quickly. Tagada is quicker to made a factory there, but this issue is a bit idle now. Turbo's getting there too, but usually the mid fight on this map is a bit awkward. It's you feel there's not a lot to fight over, and you feel like, well, am I gonna push for that 1 next? But if you push there, it can be quite strong, but it's so close to your opponent's main base that I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you get control of that 1 mech, it means you also have this lane to the
Yeah,
left.
I mean that's the important part. You can then decide which place you attack. Well, it's a lot harder to defend. But then again, you push quite far across the map to get control of that. But it's
I
probably.
see Tagada has outsmarted Turbo's outsmarting by just not sending any expansion engineers, so all his tanks over here have nothing to kill.
Oh no, there's a drop, but by the time the drop arrives, the tanks will have moved past the right side.
Absolutely calculated.
No stopping this man.
Yeah, is he gonna? I don't know. He shouldn't have sent all 3 tanks. Well, he did drop 2 tanks.
Yeah,
No, 3 tanks with
3
him.
tanks even, so it should have been more than safe. I mean, if the tanks were in position, you could have focused the engineers, but
Yeah.
there's actually more tanks from Turbo at the top, so that's actually quite a big thing. He could have denied it, but he isn't, and that's can become very important. The gun rush from Tagada after rushing the Hydro. Turbo seems a lot more alone in mid. Just in general, 55 tanks for Turbo. It's exact same from Tagada.
I'm seeing a very ominous repeat of an Open Palms game.
No, you can hide in the water in this game.
He's got the radar up, so he should recognize, oh, there's a lot of units here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just
The moment when you get the radar up and then instantly have 20 units kill it is when you're like, this few.
Alright, I concede the next.
Tagada going for even more factories. Can he afford it? No, he cannot.
Yeah, so. Turbo hasn't gone, like, Tagada did these various drops, and that really helped him out over here. But he's also dropped the top expansion over here. But Turbo hasn't done any drops, he's just decided to go and walk his engines everywhere. Which doesn't seem to have allowed him to scale up quite as fast as Tagada.
Yeah, you need drops on this map eventually. The 4 max location and the 3 max on top of the cliff next to your base. They are both 2 very droppable locations. And that's the 7 maxes that Tagada will have more than Turbo.
Tagada might want to include some arties in his mix at this point. He should recognize that there's going to be some PDs he's going to have to push into.
Turbo can do so too.
Yeah, but I mean, he's responding to Tagada's. Oh, I guess the unit mixes are so large he can use arty.
Yeah. And I mean, he is Sarah, so you always want some Phobos.
That's true. Oh yeah, there's 4. He's building them up. Is he gonna make a transport or something, or is he just idling them?
Not sure. Air factory is passed. Actually, air is not doing anything this game for either of them. Okay, so there's a raid on the right side. Turbo will kill at least the maxes. Probably the factory as well.
Tagada did drop an extra 3 engineers in the further back in case maybe I don't know if he might be trying to either reclaim or build a PD over there to stop this attack.
Yeah, but at the same time, actually, Turbo can have a decent fight. He can sandwich this army from Tagada. He will lose the engineer, but if he now shift Gs on the army, he can get a pretty decent trade. But half of his army is ready to the wrong location.
Yeah, not to mention the mexes will absorb a ton of the tank shots.
Now he shift Gs, but I mean he just has way more, so he can just shift G on the army, but he realized it too late.
Oh, why is he's going straight T? Okay, yeah, he canceled the T2.
Yeah, T2 ACU won't make. I mean, maybe if you get Take 2 and then instantly the gun with it, but
Yeah, he just didn't have the time. He needs his ACU out there now.
well, not really. The thing is, he can't really do anything versus Tagada's ACU, right? Oh, Turbo got the gun. Never mind. I missed that. That makes sense. Yeah. And a massive, almost an overreaction from Tagada on the right side. He sends in like 30 tanks to deal with way less. Okay. Again, on the left side though, Turbo can shift G at this moment. He has way more tanks. He has quite a poor formation though. So he took not that great of a fight.
Looks like Tagada has done the air investment now. He's put like 9 engineers on his air factory, and he's put to a decent swarm of interceptors. You could probably go T2 air and do some. He should go Janus. That's what he should do.
And on the beautiful rows of technical power. Actually, I feel like Turbo's gonna upgrade his newly made air factory to Tech 2, so that Tagada doesn't see it. Make the most sense. He did
I mean, he's already at T2 land.
Yeah, but still, you in these situations you kind of want Tech 2 air. Just to have the options available if needed.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't think it's gonna help Turbo out too significantly, seeing the air deficit. If he went T2 air, he would just spend like 3 minutes building interceptors out of it instead.
True. Turbo has quite a bit more E income.
Yeah, I think it's because he might have been assisting his gun upgrade with 2 engineers, and so he built up the power for it.
I see. You should actually should be careful not to die here. He's actually gonna be entirely surrounded in mid. It's gonna be quite, and he might not necessarily die, but if he loses the fight at the location, then Tagada will get all the mess. It feels like Tagada has way more units now.
Is he trying to walk into Tagada? No.
Tagada has almost double the amount of units as Turbo does. All of a sudden. Not sure how this happens. This is kind of a mess. I think Turbo will live and get to the water, but this is such a big reclaim field that he will lose.
Yeah, this reclaim field will decide it.
As per classic big engagement in mid moments, both players just send the air there for no reason, but because there's a fight. And they do like 2 shots and then they disengage.
I guess you were right, and he went T2 air. Oh, and now he's trying to AA block him.
I mean, if he made a new air factory like that, of course he's gonna go T2 air, otherwise there would be no reason. He could have just assisted the old one. But yeah, considering he just lost air and the big reclaim fields, looking quite bad.
I mean, it just comes down to, I guess it was a combination of the transports being the significantly more efficient expansion route, and then this investment into T2 land, putting him behind in the tanks. If he's gonna have to get like massive value out of these Ilshis in order for things to justify, but they're not gonna be able to kill this swarm of units before the engineers can pick up the reclaim field.
Yeah, exactly. It's doesn't matter if you get more efficient trades. If your opponent gets all the reclaim, then he doesn't mind losing 2 times as many tanks anyway, considering he gets 80% of the investment back. Yeah, this looks quite. Tagada even dropped and is now getting the 3 maxes in front of Turbo's base on the plateau.
He denied those mexes for so long with just 2 tanks. It was pretty crazy. Because Turbo just refuses to drop over here. And it was impossible for him to walk an engineer up there because of the massive spam in mid and the ACU gun controlling it.
Yeah, this is definitely a map where you have to build a transport. And Tag 1 spam is going to overwhelm the PD on the left. And the Ilshi as well.
And this poor Ilshi is the final stand. Oh no. Didn't even get a vet, feels bad, man. Uh-oh, here comes the air fight. Oh, he saw it in time.
It's not gonna be a fight.
Yeah, there we go.
Tries to turn around, but he's outnumbered by, not that badly, but enough that he should not win it.
I mean, it'll be like a draw, I think. Like, it'll go pretty much even amount.
True, there's a lot of close by reinforcements, of course. No, actually, all of a sudden, all of the Indies from Turbo died.
He just all instantly died in
I
one
guess they
shot.
were all no HP. Now another small army of Turbo gets caught in mid. Turbo might actually be fully dead this time if he gets shift cheats, and even if he survives, it's over. Yes. So that's a 3-0 for Tagada.
Puts Tagada in the final and Turbo in the third place match.
Third place
What do you
match.
call it?
Bronze match.
Yeah, bronze match. So, do we just go directly into the next semifinal?
Let's see. Have they played a game yet?
Apparently